Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or if this is the first video of mine you are seeing, then welcome. I went through my makeup collection again just to see if there are some products that maybe I don't even remember how I feel about them, or they're just older products that need some love. Some of these products I really don't remember my thoughts on. That's really sad. So I just wanted to do another video like this and kind of keep going through my collection and just seeing, is there products that I still, want in my collection that I still like, or maybe I'm just kind of meh about them and they should be passed on before they get expired. So the first thing here is I'm going to start out with my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. Now I know a lot of people love this primer so very much. It is one of those gripping primers and I just seem to struggle a lot with these. So I'm going to give this one more try. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see. And I'm just going to pat this in. I have already parted with my other two gripping primers from e.l.f., the Power Grip primers. I've already parted with both of them. And I don't know, I just can't make these primers work for me. I don't know if it's just they interfere with my sunscreen underneath. I feel like the foundation, any foundation I lay over the top of them just sits weirdly on top of the skin, or it starts to peel or something like that. I love the way it smells. It smells like watermelon candy. It smells pretty. I'm not sure if this is still out. I know they keep bringing it back and then taking it away and bringing it back, but I feel like they should keep it because I think a lot of people really love it. And I know I've heard some people say they love it more than the Power Grip primers. Now, I haven't worn this in a long time, so we are going to see just how it applies today. Honestly, if you just want a beautiful glow to your skin, like if you're not even wearing makeup that day, it might be pretty for that. I mean, look at that. I'm going to really let that sit while I do my eyeshadow because I'm going to give this a fair chance, so let's see. I'm hoping for the best. Now, the eyeshadow palette that I am going to use is from ColourPop. This is their My Little Pony collab that they had a while back. This is, gosh, I can't even think how old this collection is now. But, I mean, it is a cute little color story. And I wanted to get some good use out of it today. I am wearing kind of like a pink, and then it has like white and burgundy in the sweater. So maybe like a shade like that or that. Maybe even that. Of course, I'd want to use some of the shimmers too. Okay, on a Sigma E24, I'm going to start with this shade right here. The shades are on the back, but I never know how to read these things. Like, if I'm reading that correctly, then that should be the shade Flutterby, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to point in case you have this palette. Not gonna lie, it's probably been over a year since I've used this palette. So I wanted to see how it performs. Give some love to some older palettes in my collection. This is probably one that I might keep, but if I'm not as impressed by it after I finish, I might just keep it kind of like a collector thing, because I do like the ponies on the front, like the original My Little Pony. I think that's so cute, so I probably will keep it as like a collector thing, even if I don't keep it in my active collection. Okay, I'm going to come back to that side in just a second. Let me go ahead and lay the same shade down on this side. I'm going to blend around the edges more with I think there's a white matte shade in this palette. I don't believe there's sparkle in it. I might be wrong once I get up close to it. But I want to kind of place this shade down. I can still smell that e.l.f. primer. It smells so nice. I want it to work so bad, but I just feel like I just can't make those primers work for me, no matter what I try. Okay, yeah, now this shade is more like my skin tone a little bit, but it's got sparkle. So I'm going to take this shade right here using the same brush, and let's take that around the edges here of this pink fuchsia-like shade. Do the same thing on this side. This would be a pretty little palette to do like palette bingo with, because it does have some more like jewel tone shades in it, which I do like jewel tone shades and pastels when it comes to colorful eyeshadow. I'm not so much for the neon kind of shades that you see just aren't really something I gravitate towards, but I do think jewel tones and pastels are very pretty. Okay, on a Sigma E54, I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Let's just try that shade. I'm trying to match my sweater today. And let's stamp that right out here. Well, it looks about like the other shade, almost. Kind of looks like, yeah, like one. Just ignore any little bit that you see come out here. I will clean that up in just a minute with some concealer. Yeah, that looks to be about the same shade. It's not a bad shade, I just thought it would be a little bit different, but it is not. I'm going back in with that white matte shade, and I'm gonna just blend around the edges of that again. I don't want to take away too much of the pigment this time. I know normally I do, but I want to kind of leave it, you know, it kind of turned to a lavender. Okay. Well, that's not the worst thing that could happen, I suppose. Do the same thing on this eye. I might have to go back in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up some more. And then back to that same white matte shade. And just lightly blend. I love how it turns into a lavender when I do that. That's kind of pretty. Almost gives me like orchid vibes. I feel like I got a little bit more messy over here than on this side, but it's okay. Not perfect. No professional makeup artist by any means. I'm just having fun with makeup. You know, I know that it won't match this, but I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna go in with this purple shade right here, the shimmer shade. I'm gonna take that on my finger. I think that purple will be pretty because it looks like that orchid, kind of like you see a little bit of that lilac-y. So let's apply that. Ooh, pretty. Do the same thing over here, add in that purple. This was the right choice. This is a pretty shade. Okay, so I realized I forgot to actually press record on my camera, so the only thing I've done, I went ahead and decided I wanted to do my concealer just to clean up around the eye area. I was originally going to use this one from Say. This is their first concealer they came out with, the Hydra Beam Concealer, I believe is the name of this. I don't even know what shade it is. I cannot read the bottom of it. It was the lightest shade, I believe, but it has quite a scent to it, like it's gone bad, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. And the concealer I used instead is this one from Refi. This is another one that I've been kind of giving a little bit of a chance to, and I just feel like it's a little too brightening, because if you can see that versus like my face, I don't know, I just think brightening shades just enhance things that I don't want them to enhance. I don't think the concealer itself is bad, but I don't know. I think I'm going to try mixing it with, I have an under eye corrector from Cali Ray that's a little bit deeper for me. Mix it with that and see if that kind of helps tone this shade down a little bit, because I think I would like it better that way. So I will use it that way. So I am so sorry that I can't believe I did that. I mean, I can believe I did that, but I can't believe I did that. Luckily, I caught it before I went any further. So the next thing, I'm going to go ahead and do like my mascara. And I have this mascara from LYS. This is their Lash Confidence Mascara. This was just like a points perk from Sephora. I've used it only one time on my top lashes here and didn't really like it. I feel like it didn't do anything for me. I've used it on my lower lashes a couple of times, but I want to give it another shot on the top because it has been open for a little bit longer now, so maybe it'll perform better. So I'm going to curl my lashes and I'm going to try this mascara out. I love getting mascaras as like points perks because I feel like that's a really good way to try them without actually having to buy the full size, because some brands don't offer minis. Okay, so let me give this a shot. And if you've never seen this mascara, because I hadn't, before I got it like this, I don't think I've seen anybody, at least in the crowd I watch, use this mascara, and it's kind of got like this curved wand to it. Alright, let me get in close so you can see what I'm doing here. I haven't used it on my top lashes since, so it might actually be better. Maybe it's had a chance to dry out some. Well, I feel like it's performing pretty well today. Okay. There's one comb versus nothing. So I'm a little bit more impressed by it today. I'm happy to see that it worked better, because the first time I used it, I feel like it didn't do anything. But I mean, I know when you first open mascaras, it could be hit or miss. But it looks a lot better today than it did. It's still not like a top mascara though. I feel like there are way better mascaras at Sephora. Okay, not bad, not bad. Well, I can go ahead and also finish up the lower lash line since I've done some mascara. So I think I'm gonna mix this shade and the white shade together on a Sigma E54. And let's run that all along the lower lash line. Go ahead and finish up the eye look since I do have the concealer down. Yeah, that concealer actually looks pretty good. I'm just not a fan of the shade. I feel like maybe shade 3 would be perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to take this shade right here on that same brush and pop that right here on the inner corner. That's pretty. Okay, I love this palette. It looks so pretty. It's fun, and I'd love to do a palette bingo with it. So I'm definitely keeping this palette in my collection because that's so pretty. I definitely won't use it again, and I would love to do a look with these 3 shades, or actually all 4 of this, like this row right here. I think that would be really pretty because, oh, I like this look. Which, coming from me, is interesting, considering that I definitely love neutrals, but I'm not opposed to colorful shades. They're just not my go-to. Okay, I'm going to put that mascara on my lower lash line, and then we will move on to the foundation. So for foundation, or well, I guess you call it foundation. I know some people use it more as like a primer. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick. Mine's in 1.5 Fair. I remember liking this, but then again, I just kind of want to be reminded. So I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to use my Saie foundation brush, and these brushes from Saie. They're heavy, like they feel weighted, and they're nice. I mean, I'm not saying you need it. No. But if you were wanting one of them, they're very nice. Now, I'm going to spray that with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is my favorite setting spray. You can see I'm about to be done. I already bought, she had a little holiday set this year with 2 of these in it. I bought that. I don't want to be without it. It's like my #1 setting spray. So I'm just going to, let's just do 3 stripes on each side. Let me start there, and then I'll go back to like the forehead. Now, I know a lot of people said that it doesn't do anything and it's very sheer. And it doesn't, but I'm not opposed to that because I like very sheer products anyway. Like, I don't really like a lot on my skin, so it would honestly be right up my alley. I'm gonna get in close in just a second and see how it's applying over the top of that primer. This brush is so nice. I mean, it's huge, like it's heavy. I mean, it's heavy. Super glowy. Now, I'm going to come in just a second because from this, like far back from my mirror, it looks fine over that sunscreen, but over the sunscreen, I meant primer. It's early in the morning and I haven't had coffee yet. Okay, it looks so nice over that primer. Let me come in. Let me put my face in your face. Look how nicely it laid over it really well, because I mean, you see where, and then on this side, and then over here, that's where I put the primer, in the forehead. So it laid really beautifully over that. So So there might be a reason why people like that e.l.f. Jelly Pop better than the Power Grip primers, because that laid really beautifully over the top of that. Now, I like this. It's very glowy. Does it offer coverage? No, but now I'm not opposed to that. Because this is really what I wear on a daily basis. Just, you know, not really covering my skin. Because I just don't really like that feeling. I definitely don't like full coverage. Okay, I like that. So pretty and glowy. It might be too glowy for some people, which I understand. I am going to go in with powder in just a second, but I do have a cream bronzer I want to try. Now, the rest of the products are powder, so I'm going to go ahead and try this bronzer. I've tried this before, but I can't remember what I thought of it. This is from Physicians Formula. This is their Mineral Wear Diamond Bronzer. This one is in Bronze Gem. And it's a cream bronzer. I'm going to take that on a Flawless Face Brush from e.l.f. I don't remember what it looked like. I know I've worn it before, but I don't remember like what I thought about it. Ooh, okay. Pretty. Little light wash of color. I like it. And it just built, it's so easy. Like, look how easy that just blended out. Well, that blended beautifully. I mean, I'm done. Why am I not using this stuff? I know why I'm not using this stuff, but I don't want to admit why I'm not using this stuff. So, okay, I like that bronzer. That's pretty. It's very subtle, at least this shade. And I didn't build it up. I think you could build it up probably to be more, but I like a subtle bronzer, so I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, and the powder. People love this powder, and I used to have this powder years ago, but I ended up, I think, actually finishing it, like using it up completely. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their loose setting powder in the translucent shade. I know people, oh Lord, I turned it upside down and got powder everywhere. But I know people really love this stuff. So I purchased it again. I know I've had it before, but it's been years and years and years ago. Okay, actually that Refi concealer looks nice. Okay, now let's see here. I'm gonna do only one half of my face, and then we'll see how it looks. Go ahead and press this in. Let me go ahead and do my forehead and everything too on this side, and then we're gonna look at it side by side here. Okay, no set. Now that looks beautiful. Okay, my face feels so soft. I mean, it feels so soft. Look at the difference. Why have I not been using this powder? That looks incredible. Also, I forgot I was wearing cream bronzer, and I went all over the top of that cream bronzer. It's okay. That powder looks nice. Like, so nice. Let me get in again. Let me get in. You gotta see this. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, that just looks nice. Well, you know what? I see why people like that powder. Okay, for blush, I haven't used this one in a long time. This is from Essence. This is the blush in the shade Befitting. I thought that would be pretty with this look. I haven't used this in a long time. So I'm just going to use my Refi brush, my favorite brush. Ooh, it's pigmented. Tap some off in the cap. Have to dig in a little bit more, yeah. It's pretty. That's a pretty blush. And I haven't used it in so long. For brows, really I haven't used these in a while. Now, I always did like the Refi, I think this is the Brow Sculpt. I always did like that, but I can't remember so much about the pencil. I want to say I like it, but I believe it's a shade you have to be careful because it can go on a little bit heavy. What is this called? This is the Refi Brow Pencil in the shade Medium. Okay, let's comb these brows down. I'm telling you, I'm still using that little teeny tube of that Kosas Airbrow Gel. It is still going strong. There's still some in it. I don't know what kind of sorcery they have done. But I am still trying to empty that tube. And it's just a little mini. That's nice. Well, that looks nice. Why haven't I been wearing that? I think it looks a little bit warm, slightly warm, but not like too bad. Not where it's that noticeable. Yeah, it's not really that noticeable. It's just a touch warm. Okay, and then for brow gel, I'm going to be using this one from Refi. I do still like this brow gel, but I'm not too into the laminated thing. Actually, I need to get my mirror. Don't trust myself with this kind of gel. I'm not into the laminating thing, so with brow gels like this, you have to be kind of careful. I used to be. I used to love that laminated look, but now I'm just not into it on myself anymore. But it's a good brow gel. If you won't hold, look no further. I haven't used this in a while because, see, for the last couple of months, I have been using that Kosas Air Brow Gel, so that looks really nice. Well, we're getting a lot of winners in this one. Now, the next two might be losers. I don't know. Okay, now, I've always loved these NYX Slim Lip Pencils. The shade Natural, I believe, is my favorite. But this shade right here, Pale Pink, I remember being way too light for me. So, we're going to see if that's still the case. Okay, let's see how it looks. Do we even see it? It's there, but it's very faint. Let me fill in the top. Let me back out a little bit. It's, I don't know. I think if you have I think with a deeper lip liner, like if you filled in the outside, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think it's terrible, but I think you just need the right lip product. I don't know. Now, I don't know if this is going to match the look or not, but this is something I haven't used in a while, and I was kind of curious about this shade. Actually, let me swatch that lip liner for you on the back of my hand. I thought about that, and then I can... That's the lip liner. Or this is a lip balm. This is from e.l.f. This is their Hydrating Core Lip Shine. This one is in the shade Delightful, and it's kind of like this purpley. And I haven't worn it in a while, and I just wanted to try it. I just wanted to see how it might look. Again, I don't know how it'll look on top of this lip liner. Let's find out. Oh no. Oh no, not on me. I look like I passed away. No. No. I look deceased. So I can go ahead and say no for these. Alright, come to my rescue. Tower 28. Now look at that. This is a work of art from Tower 28. Which might be a little too dark for this look. Maybe I put a gloss over it. Let's go with this one. This one's from Tower 28. This one's in the shade Oat. Play this over the top. It's probably a little deep for this look, but it's okay. It's better than what I did have on. I just feel like it's a little too deep for this eye. This eye is very spring. Okay, I just blotted it a little bit. What do we think? I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try the lip gloss now, because this is just a light pink. Better. We'll go with that. Okay, so let's talk about these products individually, just kind of like a little recap here. Okay, the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer looks really good today with this face of makeup. This doesn't match my shirt, okay? I know. I'm wearing sweater fall vibes, and this eye look is giving me spring. But I love it because spring's my favorite anyway. But I do like this today. It worked beautifully with this Charlotte Tilbury sheer tint stick. It worked beautifully with that. No issues today, so I'm going to keep this one for now. And maybe my everyday makeup drawer for the month of November, that I'll soon be changing up for that. I might include this in that drawer and try it out again. And maybe, I know I'll pick one foundation that I'll use for that month, but I might try a couple of different foundations throughout just to see how this might apply. But so far with today, I liked it. The eyeshadow palette, oh, I love this look. This is so pretty. I love this. It looks so springy and looks like an orchid. Like, that's what I'm getting from this look. Just looks like an orchid, and I think it's so pretty. These shades are really pretty. So yes, I'm definitely keeping this in my collection. This is so pretty, and I want to use it again. Honestly, like with some of these more orangey little shades, like these three, you could probably make like a really pretty fall inspired look as well. So that would be stunning. And then I would love to use this bottom row here in a look too. I want to use this again. Maybe I can make a video on it or something. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that anyway though, because you can't get this anymore. But I don't know. I don't necessarily watch videos like that, like eyeshadow videos, because I want the palette. It's really because I like to watch those videos and then I might can recreate the look if it's something I like. So that's kind of what this would inspire, but maybe I should wait till around spring because this looks spring. So next I think we went in with concealer. I think I did concealer first, then mascara, but the Say one, I am unfortunately going to have to declutter. It does have an odor to it, but I know it's a clean beauty brand, and I have had this for a while in my collection. It's very old. And they have a new concealer out now that's really good, the Slip Tint Concealer. So I am going to unfortunately have to declutter this one. And the Refy mascara, I really love the way it looks on my under eyes, but the shade is just too pale for me. But now I know that this Charlotte Tilbury stick, it might not match me 100% because I'm not wearing a tinted sunscreen on my neck like I usually do. So my face does look a little bit darker than my neck. That's why I'm not wearing my tinted sunscreen, and my neck is lighter than my face and my body. But I think with one more shade up, this might be okay. I don't know, but I do like the way it looks on my under eyes, but I think I'm going to mix it with like one of my deeper correctors, and maybe that'll make it work better. The mascara performed really pretty today. I don't see anything wrong with it. It did better. I still have other mascaras in my collection that I like more than this one, the one from LYS, but it did apply a little bit better than it did the first time, so I'm going to hold on to it for now, but I might just continue using it more so on the lower lashes. I think it really made a huge difference for my lower lashes than it did the upper. Okay, the Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. I do like this. I do like it. I think it looked very pretty. It looks pretty on the skin. Now, is it going to give you a lot of coverage? No, it's very sheer. You can still see like I have some acne over here. I have hormonal acne. I've mentioned this before. It's not going to cover that kind of stuff, but I'm not really looking for that anyway. I don't like full coverage on myself personally. I much prefer something like this, so I'm totally fine with it. The Wet n Wild powder is really beautiful. I mean, it just mattified, and it makes my skin feel soft and airbrushed, and it looks like a nice powder. It's been a long time since I've had it in my collection again, but I mean, I'm glad that I added it back. It's really pretty. The bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is beautiful. I know that I don't know if you'll see it much now because I did go over it with powder, but it was really pretty. It just blended immediately into the skin. You didn't have to really work that hard to make it work and to make it blend in, so I really do like that. I think it's so pretty and soft. I think you could build it up because it seems like a very buildable formula, but I'm fine with just the one layer, so I do like that. The Refy Brow products, nice, always nice, lovely. And the blush from Essence is really pretty. Like, it's a very pretty blush. Very pretty shade. The NYX lip liner in this particular shade, Pale Pink, I believe is the shade. Yeah, Pale Pink. And then this elf. What was I thinking with this elf? I mean, you know what? But that would be perfect for a Halloween outfit if I was going as a corpse, maybe. But no. See, these are not it. These are leaving my collection. That's just not the right shades for me. I don't know why I would buy those in the first place. But for the most part here, I had a lot of winners, and I'm so glad that I pulled these products back out of my collection because, I mean, I'm just really happy with the way this makeup look turned out for the most part, minus that lip stuff. But the rest of it, I'm very happy with. But I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you will please consider leaving a like, a comment, comment, or subscribing if you haven't already. And make sure you hit the bell icon so you are alerted to all my future uploads. Follow me on Instagram at jessicadeerly. All of these products will be listed and linked for you below. They are affiliate links, so if you click through and purchase, I do earn a small commission. And if you choose to do so, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!